Welcome to Spiritually Imperfect, the show where the metaphysical meets the practical. This is your space to explore the mysteries of the universe, embrace spiritual growth, and connect with the energies all around us. No one spiritual journey is perfect, but that's the beauty of it. Hosts Mike and Jen bring their unique blend of perspective, humor, and heartfelt nature to every episode. Whether encouraging, facilitating readings, or diving into exploring mediumship, energy healing, or searching for clarity, Spiritually Imperfect is a place to where discussions of the collective experiences that we all share comes to the surface. Now, here are your hosts of Spiritually Imperfect, Michael Christopher and Jennifer Lee.
Hello, Michael.
Hello. I got to adjust my volume. The music was blasting my ears. All right, I think I can hear now.
Good. Hello, Bernadette.
Hello, Evelyn.
There's Evelyn.
So we're going to give a few minutes, let everybody shuffle in, and then we'll get started. We have a topic to discuss tonight. In addition, we'll be doing some readings. And then don't forget, we will select one person from the chat tonight.
That's
to
right.
Stick with us after the end for a quick 15-minute reading with Jen and I. So you have to stay the entire show.
I'm trying to share this.
We'll be watching. Hey, Nancy.
How was your week, Michael? I guess it's been 2 weeks. How was your 2 weeks?
I don't remember yesterday. I'm here, so I guess it was good.
Is the weather warm enough? Are you able to ride your bike yet?
Oh God, no.
No, not yet.
There's still snow and ice on the road, so
the bikes are out here. The
don't rub it in.
have their tops off.
La 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 la. So
it is
hello. What's that?
I said it is starting to feel a little bit like spring, though.
And it is finally.
I love it. Hello,
Lisa. Hi, KB. Hello, Sue. How are you?
You.
Welcome. Oh, a lot of YouTube viewers, which is good.
A lot of YouTube. That's nice.
Hi, Kayla. Yeah. Welcome. Hello, Tammy.
Tammy, I just ordered your book. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to listen to it. I didn't actually buy the book yet, but I did purchase it on Audible, and I'm excited. Going on a road trip tomorrow, and I'm going to listen to it. So
I'm going on a road trip tomorrow too.
Where are you going? Not on your bike.
To the airport to work.
Oh, it's not fun.
No. All right. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. We'll get people.
It's Whitney. Hi, Whitney.
Hey, Whitney.
Well, should we get started, Michael?
I think we should.
Let's do it.
So
let's do it.
So we're going to jump in first with a topic, and this topic came to me by a question that was asked about my private services. So somebody asked, will my person show up to the reading? So meaning if, you come to a session and just example, okay, you want your mother to show up, and this is a very common question for anybody that seeks, a mediumship reading is, will my person show up? So we're going to talk about that for just a few minutes. And I'll speak to my experience, and then Jen, if you want to jump in and give your perspective. But I think we're pretty much, on the same page with this. So my human mind automatically goes, why wouldn't they show up, right? You came to this session. Most likely the session was orchestrated by your people on the other side. My human self could not comprehend a reason why your person would not show up. And then that question was followed up with, have you ever had somebody not show up to a reading, meaning the person in spirit? And I'll have to go back to my very beginning, but I'll start my answer with saying no. Now, is there that like 0.001% chance that for some reason you don't get a message from that person? Yes. Okay. Nothing's 100% guaranteed. But from the very beginning, I can pretty much just remember two where the person didn't come through, but that was because of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because of the sitter. It's not because of the person in spirit. That your people are with you for the reading. Okay. That was me. That was me probably putting an expectation on myself, probably reaching too hard to make something happen instead of just letting it go. So I can say, for myself, if there's any mix up or any reason why a person wouldn't come through, it's because of the medium. And I take 100% responsibility for that. May they, might they come in after somebody else? Yes. I can only imagine what goes on the other side. I believe that they orchestrate not only the session, but I believe that in some way they know who needs to come through first, during a reading. Maybe you need somebody to come in to break the ice, for instance. And that's a lesson I had to learn, was just let it flow. Mom might not come in first, but grandpa may come in first, or somebody else. That person might need a message for themselves to start the session. So it's a lesson that I had to learn also, that when I sit down and if I feel like, wait a minute, I know they want to hear from mom, but all my focus and all my attention is being pulled to my sitter. I need to take care of this first. So I might spend a minute or two just going, okay, what's this feeling I'm getting? And it might be just something as simple to put them at ease. Who knows? But I just have to allow myself to follow what I feel. And again, 99.9% of the time, your person will show up. That's what I believe.
I just had an experience with that very thing, Michael. I did a group reading. I did a soul circle over the weekend, and I had gone all the way around the circle. And so this little gal did get a reading. It was from a contemporary, a friend. And we went clear around the circle, and I had been reading, and then she asked for somebody specific. I could not link in strong enough where I felt comfortable to do the reading. And that, I told her, is not because your loved one is not here. First of all, I've been reading for 2.5 hours straight in a large group. I'm beat. So I put that on me. Like, I just could not muster up the energy to make a strong enough link to go forward with the reading. So I had to call it at that point. I had to be like, we've been at this for 2.5 hours. Everyone got a reading. So I just cannot make that connection right now. But yeah, that didn't mean he wasn't there.
Right.
I wasn't there for the entire, session. It just means I couldn't link in it. I couldn't link in anymore. I was done.
After a couple hours of talking nonstop, you tend to get a little tired.
Yeah, I was tired. I just wanted to say hi really quick. I see Joanne is on here, Bridget, Lisa Marie. There's Deirdre. Hello, I haven't seen you for a minute.
Deirdre.
Yeah, Lisa Paris, Buddy James, and Diane. She's saying, hi, you connected to my son.
Oh, okay.
There's Keith.
Hey, Keith. Hello, Suzanne. So yeah, and again, there's so many factors that come into play during a session, but in my heart, I believe that your person will come through. I do. Even if it's at the end, maybe it's just a brief message, but I just, my mind won't allow me to believe that the person that you want to hear from the most would not show up or would not be able to come through. And again, that's placed squarely on the medium for that. So other than that, there was something, there was like a part B to that, because there was something I wanted to add to that. Will they come through? Now, of course, that thought just escaped my mind.
Now it's gone.
But it was like the flip side of that. Maybe it'll come to me here in a minute. And I'll just chat about it really quick. But yeah, right now that thought is gone.
So if anybody watching has any questions about that topic or any other topics, throw them in there. We'll see what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Margie, she's joining while getting a pedicure, she says. That sounds nice.
Oh, you're welcome, Kayla. That's what this is all about. And again, just a reminder that at the end, we're going to pick somebody to join us backstage once we go off air, and we'll do a 15-minute reading with you.
Yes.
With Jen and I. So that'll be at the end. And we're going to do some readings here too in a few minutes.
Since we have a few minutes, Michael, and I haven't seen any questions come up yet, I want to talk about an experience that I had last week. I talked to you about it a little bit, but I'm just really curious if anybody has some input. I had some thoughts and Michael had some thoughts, but in a nutshell, I went for a drive the other day, and I was actually prompted to take the drive initially. And then while I was driving, I was prompted to go down a certain road. And this road that it wanted me to go down took me to where I grew up. It took me to the childhood farm that I grew up on. But as soon as I came across the top of the hill where I had a view of the farm, because it sits down here in this valley, I came up to the top of the hill and I saw it physically. Like I really felt like I could have stepped out the car and been back into like the mid 1970s. I saw just all of these crazy things and all of these memories and memories I didn't even know I had started to come in. And many of those were paranormal. It was like suddenly I just had this clarity on where I had my first experiences with the paranormal. Obviously, I did not understand them for what they were at the time, but that was the craziest experience. I still cannot get it out of my mind. I felt like I just drove like right into this other dimension, just like right into the past.
You went into the Twilight Zone.
It was so weird.
I know, like I told you when we were chatting, I think it was just a validation, I think, of your abilities.
Yeah, it was just
in some way.
It was just crazy. Could be life in the 70s, Margie says.
Veronica, what's this? I have someone who does Reiki massage. Last few times I was on her table, someone. This is very common, Veronica. Anybody that's had a Reiki session, especially Reiki practitioners, make connections. I mean, you got to think about it. You're all in that energy, right? You're open. You're in that healing energy. You know, that's like hey, I'm here. Come talk to me. I've talked with a lot of practitioners that don't understand what they should do. A lot of them feel pressure, like I should give this person a message. They don't know what to do. You know, and my best advice to them is if you have that happening when you're giving the sessions, maybe just tell your client ahead of time, hey, this is known to happen during the sessions because we're opening the energy.
Right.
It is definitely a gateway or an opening for your family and friends to step forward. And if that happens, are you open for a message? That way it's out in the open right from the beginning, and you don't have to struggle with what do I do? You know, because the client's either going to say yes or no, and then you know, and you can let that stress go. Joni, I have no idea. I think from what I've read, and I've read a lot about the afterlife, Dr. Michael Newton, I've mentioned his book several times. We get to choose our bodies in our life to a certain degree is the understanding I have. So you can pick who you want to be. Your human mind right now is probably wondering, why the heck did I pick this? You know, this hot mess. What was I thinking? But again, you got to think it's on a spiritual level, what you're trying to accomplish during this life. Again, that's theory. That's just research that I've done over the years that points me to that direction, but it makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. My understanding is that we do have a choice. However, my understanding is that we also have maybe a preference, and so we may come back most of the times the same sex. So I may come back 80% of the time female if that's my, like, our soul has a preference of the body that we want to be in. So, but yes,
And
we
follow
can
up. Yeah. And Veronica, yes, even you as the client, it makes perfect sense that you would open up. Again, you got to remember, this is not a special gift. I don't consider mediumship a gift. And I know that's probably, goes against a lot of people's thinking. But a gift implies that it's only for me. This is available to everybody. And you got to remember, when you're in that relaxed environment, in that energy, why wouldn't you get a message from somebody that comes through? My best advice there would just be to open up and accept it. Don't ever try to discount it or, think that you're just making this up in your head. Just go with it and accept it. And the more you open up to the possibility of it happening or being open to it, that kind of gives the spirit world the nod that, okay, they're open to this and it will happen more frequently. And if you decide to practice with it, it's going to get stronger the more you work with it.
Thank you, Keith. That's kind of what Michael and I talk about.
Exactly, Nancy. I've lost track of how many Reiki practitioners are now doing mediumship. And, for anybody that has an interest in the metaphysics, I got good advice. I don't know if it's good advice. I just have a lot. I'm Italian Irish, so I'm going to give you my opinion, whether you've asked for it or not. But if you have an interest, because there's so much information out there, there's so many modalities, figure out what are you drawn to? You're drawn to Reiki, or you're drawn to psychic side of it, or intuitive readings, or mediumship. Find what really excites you and start working on that area. Don't worry about all the other stuff that's out there. And I find that once you start going in the direction of what you find interesting first, other avenues will open up as you continue to work. So hopefully that makes sense.
Joni says, are you telling me I chose this? I make bad choices. I think we all feel that way sometimes, Joni. Every day.
I mean, who hasn't shaken their head going, what the hell was I thinking?
Like, what is going on?
Every day, I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah.
I have a really bad habit of not thinking before I do things. I just do it and then figure it out later whether or not it was a good idea or not. Evelyn had a good question. So, and she wants our perspective. Our past, present, future lives the same time. That's really deep. So here's my understanding. In the physical world, we have this perception that our life is linear, but everything's happening right now. And it took me, I'm slow in the mind, so just bear with me. It took me years to think about that concept. And I'm like, wait a minute. Because I always used to think, are we experiencing the dinosaur age in the future, like now? And it finally dawned on me recently. It's like, no, everything that's happening is like right now, meaning like in this moment, right now, you chose to listen to me babble about this, right? So this is everything. There is no past. There is no future. It's right now. So that's how I conceptualized that theory, okay? And I believe it's the same on the other side. Again, I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. Don't have any memory of it. But I believe that concept is to get us to learn to live in this moment, because that's all we have. And that's where fear and anxiety comes from, is when we were trying to live in the future about what might happen. That's where anxiety comes in. When you try to live in the past, that's when that resentment and regret and all the other joyful feelings and emotions come up. So, that's what I think it means by just all you have is right now. That's the only thing you have. Hopefully that makes, an ounce of of sense.
Hi, Janessa. Sorry, I'm just looking at.
I am too. There's a lot of
There's a
people
lot of
here
comments.
tonight.
I'm trying to catch up.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. I promise we're going to get into readings here shortly.
Should we do some intuitive readings and get warmed up?
Sure.
See what's going to
So if you have a question, intuitive question, just know that I do not predict the future. My idea of an intuitive reading is you have a situation you're dealing with right now. I believe Spirit's role is to give us perspective on outcomes based on what's in your energy in this moment.
Right, in the current energy field.
Some things may come to fruition in the future, but I don't intentionally ever try to set out to predict anything because I don't believe the future is predictable because of so many factors to include free will. But that's just my own opinion. That's it.
Janessa, are you still here? I'm really drawn to
Hey,
Janessa.
Jeffrey. I've been catching a lot of lives lately, and I caught Jeffrey's the other night. I hope I hope everything turns out really well and it turns around for you. Thank you, Crystal, for sharing. Yeah, anybody who shares and everything, we appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I don't see Janessa. Again, I wanted to.
Did she have a question?
She didn't have a question. She popped on, she said hi, and I was just like, we were doing intuitive readings, so I was just drawn Janessa's way. But I don't see her on again, so that's okay.
Diane, what I can say about that is, what did you feel when you picked up the dime? Most of the time when you find a sign like that, the person that enters your mind at that moment is the person that left it. And again, your job is not to let your ego get in the way and say, nope, I'm making this up.
Okay, I see Janessa here. I'm going to pop.
There she is.
There she is. Janessa, when I saw your comment come across, I'm feeling something that is shifting in the energy field around you. And I feel like this has to do with, I don't want to say career, it has to do with job, but I almost don't even want to say job or career. It has to do with supporting yourself. And it feels like it's, are you working on something new? Because this feels like it's kind of outside of the box of your norm. So I'm going to leave that and just wait for you to, we're going to wait for Janessa for a minute. It feels like it's a very kind of creative, bold something that you are thinking about going forward with. And I just feel like I want to tell you to step outside of that box and take that step, because I feel positivity in it.
And I pulled a card. My sister-in-law's here, and she brought decks of cards, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, let me grab that. I'm going to use these during the live. So, and I pulled a card for Janessa too, and I think it kind of goes along with what you're saying. So I've never used these cards before, so I'm just going to kind of dive in with my intuitiveness based on what I'm seeing. So for Janessa, I see it says foresight, right? And it says pay attention to things that are important to ensure wealth. And I think with this card, or what I'm feeling, is just make sure to feel with your gut rather than your mind about your situation going forward. Your gut is never going to lie to you. Those feelings about whether or not it's a good idea or not, your gut will never lie. I don't even know if she replied, if she has something that she's going through or a question on a situation.
She just said, I'm here. So we just opened it up. If you have a question, Janessa, or just pop in there, if that made sense, if that resonated with you. If anybody else has a question, go ahead and throw it in there. I saw somebody, let's see. Tammy. I see Tammy's question. See if I can move it.
Oh, I think I've seen Tammy's question too about the house and whether it's going to go good or not.
Yes. Recently moved and my new house needs work. Any feeling about how this will go? Why do I feel the roof? I feel the roof in my awareness. Are you aware of something on the roof that you were working on? It's never going to go as you expect. It's going to go slower. I got to tell you. It's just never going to go how you expect. I feel like I want to tell you to kind of expect the unexpected. I feel like it's going to go pretty smooth, but there is something unexpected in there, and the roof is coming to me.
Real quick, Janessa, thank you for the feedback. That's awesome.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Good for you, Janessa.
Yep. Just continue to follow your gut.
And you just got that today? Absolutely. The roof too, she says. Okay. I want to tell you that I feel the roof is a kind of priority. Like I don't know what direction you're going or where you're starting or what your plans are. I'm just going to say the roof is standing out in my awareness. So
Tammy, be careful. Be very choosy about the contractor. That's what's coming to mind first is, and I know you know this, you're an engineer, but definitely get referrals and definitely take your time choosing the contractor to do the work. And I got to get used to these headphones. If I'm yelling, I apologize because I'm trying to hear myself talk. So I feel like I'm shouting.
I don't feel like you're shouting.
Well, good. I hope nobody feels like I'm yelling at them.
I'd let you know if you were.
Okay, good.
Stop yelling, Michael.
Can you hear me?
Why are you speaking in all caps? What's going on? Veronica, I see your question there, and I just want to address it. I want to address it this way. If you are feeling that it's concerning, definitely go see a doctor, please. Like that is your gut. We were just talking about gut feelings. And the fact that you're asking if it is concerning, that there is a concern that you have. And so please go see like a medical physician. I am not one. I don't usually do medical things. So I'm just going to say this. I don't feel like it's critical, but I do feel like you should go see a medical professional about that.
Definitely.
Oh, Tammy says it took her 2 months, but she's chosen one.
Oh, good. Then you've chosen wisely. That's the message I got. All right, let's go back through here. You know what? I got to go back to Janessa. Janessa, do you have a dog that crossed over? I felt that when I read your name, and then I'm feeling it again. I don't know if this is connected to you. And just yes or no, because if it's not, then maybe it'll pop up again later. And the thing is, with these readings on here, they go slow because we have to wait for comments, which
yes,
I know it can be frustrating. And that's why we don't spend too much time on any one person, because we want to try to get through as many as we can. Mediumship, too, can be a little tricky because we want to get a quality message, and we try to take like 5 minutes or less. So if we do a mediumship reading, it's going to be very quick. It's basically like connect with somebody, validate who they are, what's their reason for coming, and then give you a quick message and then, move on. Okay. Let's go to Crystal. While we're waiting, Crystal, I'm open to receive a general message if drawn. So I've read for Crystal here and there. So Jen, I'm just curious if you pick up. I'm going to try to. Okay. She's very open. She works with her abilities. Crystal, what I'm feeling right off the bat is trust your guides more than you are right now. I just feel you need to put a little bit more trust into what you're receiving. Trying to think whatever else comes up through what I'm feeling for Crystal.
I'm feeling something around a relationship. I do not know the nature of the relationship. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's a romantic relationship, but I do feel that there's a little bit of discontent within that, a little bit of Yeah, just a little bit of discontent. And I just feel like I need to tell you that is going to smooth itself over. Like I feel like both parties maybe just kind of stepping aside, and I feel like that's going to repair itself. I just feel like there's
Oh, Carissa.
stress around it.
So on point, I said that today. I got a message from Crow and didn't trust it. Now I know what it was. Yeah, I felt that so strong. And Crystal, I also have a man stepping forward. So I want to see if this is connected to you, but I feel this would be, I feel father. I don't know if dad's on the other side, but I felt a cancer connection for the condition of passing was cancer. So I'll just wait to see.
You're welcome.
And also, he's making me feel this person anyway. My uncle just passed away 2 days ago. Okay, was he a heavy smoker? Because I'm getting the heavy smoking.
I was just about to mention that I can smell that as well.
Was he? I gotta, because the feeling he gives me is more fatherly than I would feel like uncle. So I feel that he was a very important person in your life. Would that make sense? Was he close like a father? Because I almost feel like, and I just got to go with the feeling he's given me, that he stepped in a way that maybe dad didn't, is the feeling I get. And you know me, Crystal, if it doesn't make sense, tell me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. He was, yes, before. Okay. Let me just go with a message then. Would he have been older when he passed? Because I keep like 72. And also, let me see, Crystal, if he has a message for you. So I feel he's here to like pump you up in a way, because he's saying, stop beating yourself down. He's very straightforward too. And he's like, don't ever use your surroundings and your environment as an excuse not to succeed. I don't feel you have that problem. I feel that thought may creep in every now and then. And I think he's just reinforcing the fact that he's like, I feel like foot in the ass energy from him. Like, don't ever use that as an excuse. Okay, you helped your dad at the end of his life. Okay. So again, they're just encouraging you to just keep going forward and be proud of who you are. So you're welcome, Crystal. Thank you for being here tonight. Crystal's great. She's always sharing our videos. She's just awesome with
Thank you, Crystal. As you're speaking, Michael, and I don't know, Crystal, if this is connected with you or not, but there is a gentleman in my awareness, but what I'm seeing with him is racetrack. He's showing me, like, I just keep drawing the, my pen just wants to keep going around, and I do know that this is a racetrack. This would be something that this gentleman would have enjoyed, and it just keeps going around and around. I almost feel like he's making me feel like it was more than just something that he enjoyed, but that he was a little bit extremist about it. I don't know. Can you take that, or does anybody understand that? And we wait.
And while we're waiting, I'll kind of go back through and.
Okay.
And Laura, I want to go to Laura Crawford afterwards
There's Laura.
about the dog. So we'll wait till you get your answer, then I'll.
Lisa says go-karting. Carissa, it's definitely not dogs. And this is the thing. I almost, when Lisa says go-karting, was it around and around and around? Because here's the thing. I don't know if it's cars or motorcycles. I'm like, but I know that it's motor and it goes around. This person would have raced them or enjoyed. Okay. It would have been more than just a casual thing. This would have been this could be your brother, Tammy. Be interesting because I just connected with you, but I'm just going to keep going and I'm going to ask for something. This person would have okay, hang on one moment. I feel like this person would have been recognized, possibly won awards for this. Does that make sense? They would have placed. There would be. Okay, I'm going to wait. Okay, that
this was from a previous question, though, I think.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm trying to.
I'm waiting for the response on the rewards. I'm keeping an eye out to see if she.
Okay.
And it helps us too, everybody, if you put like a yes, put the subject, because we lose track. No awards.
She says no awards, but I do feel okay. I'm just going to go forward with this because there's a couple of people that can resonate, and hopefully we'll be able to. I'm going to ask for something a little more evidential. This person would have been very competitive about it. Okay, I do see awards, Tammy. So I got to leave that. There. I have to leave that in there. I also feel like I'm being shown these circles would be they would have raced at home as well. This would be like a backyard, a field. I want to wait and see if anybody can resonate with that. I mean, they're just showing me always going around and around and around. It's at home, it's away from home, and it feels very competitive. Laura, do you understand that? Hi, Teresa. No, Carissa, it's definitely not drag racing. It's circle. Okay. I don't know what that is, Bethany. Oh, like a demolition derby? No, this is definitely racing. Okay. I'm just going to let this sit for a minute. We'll see if it comes back in. I'll see if I can get some more. If nobody can resonate with it, I'm just going to set it off to the side. And generally, it will come back. I will connect.
I was going to go to Laura about the dog.
Okay.
So I have a Yorkie, is what I'm seeing anyway in my awareness. So it would have been a smaller dog. I feel that this dog would have passed around 7 years old. I am brought to the stomach, and I feel there's like tumors, is what I'm seeing associated with this dog. Laura said helped out with brother who raced.
The dog did? I'm confused.
No, the brother. She said he helped out my brother. Whoever you were talking about the racing, her father, maybe.
Okay.
So I don't know, Laura, can you connect with that dog? If not, I'll see if anybody else can connect that. Again, I'm seeing the Yorkie. They were Cavalier dogs. Oh, okay. I have a Yorkie. This would be a little yippy dog. Again, I feel the dog would have been 7 when it passed. I am feeling tumors in the stomach. I also feel that the owner had to make the decision whether for the dog to have surgery or not. And I feel that the person's can't talk. They made the decision to put the dog down, and I feel the dog is saying thank you for making that tough decision, because that's what they would have wanted. So I'm going to leave it there, and we'll move on. And if somebody can connect with that, good. If not, maybe somebody will see this later. Now, I don't want to make anything fit. So again, it has to be a Yorkie or that type of little dog. Cancer, tumors, around age 7 is what I'm seeing. And again, making the decision to put the dog down rather than put it through surgery. And then we'll kind of move on from that. Let's see.
Hello, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Okay. Laura, I want to go back to Laura's dad for a minute, because she says that where was that? He loved dirt track racing and helped out her brother. I'm just going to give a quick message so that I can move on from this. So if this resonates with you, Laura, great. So this gentleman has something to do with loved this racing that goes round and round and round and round. There was racing at home, and there was racing away from the home. There's also awards. I don't know if your brother got awards that he is acknowledging. I'm not sure what that is, but I know his love of the racetrack and the round and the round. That is what that's first and foremost. He is acknowledging that. Is there happen to be a birthday, Crystal? He's bringing up a birthday. I also feel that the month of June is significant. Maybe not necessarily the birthday, because I do feel like the birthday is much sooner than that, but the month of June would have significance as well. Would you understand any of that?
Crystal said her mom had a Yorkie, had to put him down. Age seems about right. Shih Tzu, Yorkie, yeah, they're very similar in a way. Yeah. I know what both are. Do you know if it had something to do with those tumors? Because that was a very significant part of the evidence. And Laura says yes for your
okay. Response. Okay, we're just gonna go forward. We're just gonna go forward with a message then. This is interesting. I smell the smell of, it smells like tobacco pipe or a cigar. I have it feels like not. He's telling me it's not something he did all of the time. He's telling me it was occasional, but I do feel that I do smell that smell with him, and I associate that with him. Do you have phantom smells of that? Because I do feel, oh, your brother's birthday is in June. Okay, thank you. He's making me feel like that's kind of a sign from him. Do you understand that, Laura? Okay, so your brother's birthday is in June. Okay. Oh, we kind of have like a double thing going on here. You with the dog.
Yep. Yeah. So, Crystal, the message to your mom, whoever made that decision to put him down, just know that the dog is thankful for that decision.
Okay, Laura, this is a message to you from your dad. He really is just letting you know that he's around. Also, giving a shout out, happy birthday to the brother. I do feel like there's again another birthday that's coming a little bit soon. There is a happy birthday for that as well. But just know that he also says that he is okay. He's letting me know that he passed from an illness. That diminished his quality of life. He wants you to know. Oh, he just had a birthday this month. Okay, thank you. He just wants to let you know that he is okay. All right. Much love to you. That was kind of a tough one to get started, but man, I could not. Just those circles just kept going. So thank you for being open, Laura.
Crystal, did that dog have an R name? I'm seeing a little letter R, and I'm going to let it go.
Crystal.
I'm just moving on. So let's see. Who else we have here? Do you want to pick somebody? Oh, Max. Way off with the name then.
Aw. Soul dog. I love that. Yeah, the animals.
Oh, cool. Yeah, animals are great.
You're very welcome, Laura.
All right, here's one off the wall. We're on pets, right? So I have a sheep. Yeah. Oh, shit.
You have a sheep?
A sheep, SHEEP, just stepped forward and is like standing right here staring at me.
Okay.
I'm throwing it out there. Did anybody lose a sheep that would have been like more like a pet? That I'll just leave it there.
Oh, I'm waiting because I might be able to take that, Michael, which is really funny.
Okay, because this sheep is making me feel like this person raised it from a little Ewing or whatever they're called.
It was a lamb, and this is interesting because I just told you about my trip down memory lane. I just told you this story you're talking about right now goes clear back. But yes, we raised a lamb in our home, bottle feeding it.
Of course, I should have mentioned that because he shows me bottle feeding, which I know is common.
We have pictures. Like, I'll have to find the pictures, but
okay.
I don't know if that's my lamb. I'm just saying that just makes me laugh.
Here again with the name Dolly. Did you name it Dolly?
Oh, I don't know, but I'll have to find out. That was so long ago. See, you just brought back another one of those weird 70s memories for me.
Did you dress it up? Because it's showing like clothes being put on it.
So long ago. I'm going to find out.
Okay, I'll let it go.
I'm going to send you some pictures.
All right. Well, your sheep is here.
Okay, thanks.
Because now it shows me like the sleeping in a bed.
Stop, Michael.
What?
I'm telling people.
Can you validate that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was just this tiny little lamb. It was this little bum lamb. We had to take care of it.
Okay.
But yes.
Okay, your lamb's here.
Sheep.
Sheep.
That's so unique.
Oh, God. I was like, I'm losing my mind. A sheep just walked up to me. Okay.
Oh, my word.
Let's get back into this and get serious now.
Oh, I have to tell my mom about that.
All right. So we got about 10 more minutes. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to select the person that's going to join us after the show for a one-on-two reading, you and me and Jen. So it could be your choice, mediumship or guidance, either one. Might actually be a blend of both of those. We don't know. But what we're going to do is Kelly, who is in the background, and she's running the show for us. She's going to drop a link into the comments. Okay. And this is only for the person we select. What you're going to do is you're going to copy that link and you're going to put it up in your browser and hit enter. That will send you backstage. And from there, we'll let you in and we'll do the reading. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to intuitively feel who I'm pulled towards. So this is absolutely just random. Matter of fact, I'm just scrolling with the mouse and whichever name it stops on, that's who's going to join us.
Are you doing that now?
Yep, Carissa Cologne. Are you still here, Carissa?
You're spinning that wheel. You're already getting ready for Deadwood.
Heck yes.
the wheel wherever it lands. Oh, Laura, thank you for being open. And I did see your comments where you said my dad was my hero. Much love to you, and thank you so much.
Okay, there's Carissa. So Carissa, just stick around till the end of the show. We'll put that link in there. And like I said, just copy it and then put it in your browser, and that'll bring you back there to us. Oh, there it is right there. So if you want to copy that right now and just have it ready, I guess you could cut and paste anytime, because you could just sit in the back in the green room and just listen to the show from there. And once we're done, we'll bring you on. So that way you're up and ready, and we're ready to go as soon as we're finished here.
I want to look at Joni's question.
And just remember, everybody, we do this every show. So
yes. So
Jeanette, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Joni's asking if major planetary alignments like occurring now have any effect, good or bad, on you. I can tell when they're happening, Joni, but I don't pay a whole lot of attention. Well, I used to not, but they do seem to be affecting me a little bit more now. So I will say we can't help but shift when the planet or this whatever shifts, right? We can't help but shift. I mean, we know it affects the animals. We know it affects the oceans. Of course it affects us. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. For me, it just kind of depends. Honestly, it does both. It does both.
I get cranky and I just want to stay away from people.
This last full moon, though, did a number on everybody. I know it did.
Jeanette, I'm going to pull a card for Jeanette Keller.
Okay. I don't have any cards with me, Jeanette. Michael asked me about cards, and
this is fully experimental. So
somewhere else.
So Jeanette, this is resources. Okay. So I'm going to read the narrative or the message on here. I'm going to feel into it a little bit further, but it says, be grateful for what you have and save something for the future. So while we're on that, I just feel the message is to conserve right now, kind of be skimpy with your money. I don't like giving time, but I feel like a month or two, just be very skimpy for the next couple months, very conservative with your money. I feel like you may need it for a repair. That's what I'm feeling. So don't get all paranoid. Okay. That's just a feeling I'm getting. It's just to be very conservative over the next couple months with your money.
Jeanette, is there a tree? Okay. I'm feeling there's a tree on some property that has some significance to you that is either, just got cut down or possibly needs cut down. Do you understand that? Like, I'm just seeing this tree being cut down.
And while you're doing that, Chris, I just want to make sure that you were able to copy that link. Oh, Jeanette, my house needs a new roof. Oh, okay.
I just want to answer Kayla's question. So the StreamYard link is just for the one person. I'm sorry, it was Carissa, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's just for Carissa. That's who we're doing the private reading for tonight when we get off of here. And we'll do that every week.
Yep, every time we're on here. Andrea says mom's tree.
Okay, so this tree, has it been cut down yet? I kind of feel like maybe it has not, but it needs to be. Would you understand that? Or it just very recently has?
So Carissa says, I'm on. Okay, so
Oh,
you're in
you're
the
okay,
waiting room?
Sheila. I just wanted to explain. No, you don't have to apologize at all.
Oh, yeah. No apologies necessary. Nope. It's all good. Okay. Yep. I see your message, Carissa. So we're good to go
It
after
was
the
just
show.
cut down. Okay.
Awesome.
So I'm just being made to feel like that this tree, and you called it mom's tree, but yes, I was saying it has a lot of significance. Please know, I just want to leave you this quick message that that it is okay. The memories that you hold in here, not in the tree. I know that that's hard because the tree is the physical thing, right? That reminds you. That kind of brings you back. But I just feel like I want to say to you that you can come back home into yourself. And I feel like you've been struggling to do that a little bit. So that's all I want to leave with you. Mom says it's okay about the tree. Okay? Don't feel bad about that. It's okay. The tree needed to go. I feel like it was sick. Something was wrong with it.
So I'm just throwing this out there really quick. I'm not even gonna wait to see if it lands. If you could accept this, just say yes, because I'm gonna go with who it is, what they're telling me, and the message. So I have a Jeffrey stepping forward. I feel Jeffrey would have passed of a heart attack. This is weird because he's just like quick, and I'm just gonna pass it.
Here I am.
Jeffrey, heart attack, and he wants his person to know who's in here that I made it. I'm safely on the other side. Do not. He's talking about his condition of passing, that it was quick, unexpected. He's making me feel like somebody found him after the fact. He just wants you to know there's nothing that could have been done, and to let that go.
Michael's used to that, huh?
Yeah, they're spammers. Everybody knows that drill by now, but thank you, Crystal. All right, so I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're at our hour. So I guess until next time, thank you everybody so much for your support.
Have a good night.
And for being here. Hopefully you got something out of this. You know, we always say, even though you don't get a personal message here, everybody can share in the messages that do come through. And to me, that's just, is equally, as important. So until when's the next one? Not next week. It'll be the following week.
The 14th.
14th of March will be our next show.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to sign off, and then we're going to do a reading for Carissa. And then we'll catch you next time, everybody. So have a great evening.